A Northern Kentucky religious theme park now has an opening date. Tonight we're getting an inside look at Ark Encounter and what park leaders expect for its grand opening.
An Eastern Kentucky animal shelter asking for help after last night's wind caused damage to some of their kennels.
And a Louisville man is trying to recover pieces of his past after they were sold in an auction.
This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening to you. Construction on a religious theme park in Northern Kentucky is moving along, and tonight builders have announced an opening date.
Answers in Genesis, the Christian ministry leading the project, announcing today the first phase of Ark Encounter will open next July. And tonight, WKYT's Garrett Weimer is talking to the company's founder about their expectations for this new attraction. Garrett has our top story at 5:30.
In case you can't tell, this ark is big.
When you read the account in the Bible, it tells us that it was 300 cubits long and 50 cubits wide and 30 cubits high.
And it's full scale, translating to 510 feet long.
Really, from ground level to the roof is about 8 stories, and from ground level to the top of the bow is about 10 stories. So this is a massive structure.
Ken Ham says he expects the Ark Encounter to make a big economic impact too. $4 billion and 20,000 jobs over 10 years. Meanwhile, Answers in Genesis waits to hear whether it can be part of the state's tax rebate program for tourist attractions. It was awarded an $18 million tax incentive before the state withdrew it last year.
We would like to see a ruling from the judge because, you know, there's been a lot of talk out there from some of the secular groups and accusations. So I think it's really good that it's in the courts and let a judge make the decision on the basis of the law.
In a statement, Governor-elect Matt Bevin says he supports the project, and if Kentucky can legally provide financial incentives to the project, then he supports doing so. In Williamstown, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The park is scheduled to open on July 7th. It'll be open for 40 days and 40 nights to accommodate the big crowds they expect when it first opens. Today, friends and family are saying goodbye to a Jessamine County paramedic hit and killed by a car. John Mackey died Monday at UK Hospital. Police say he was hit by a car in downtown Nicholasville last week. Coming up on WKYT News at 6, we will show you how the community is paying tribute to John Mackey at his visitation.
7 children were rushed out of a central Kentucky home after a suspected case of arson. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Jessamine County. Police say Derek Wells set furniture on fire outside a house on West Brown Street in Nicholasville. The fire then spread to the home. Police say Wells violated a domestic violence order by being at the house and having contact with the family members living there. Police charge Wells with arson. In Harlan County, police are trying to figure out who stole a generator from East Kentucky Power. Police say the generator was stolen more than 2 weeks ago. It's about 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, and weighs a ton. They say the generator cost about $40,000. In Woodford County, 2 men are facing charges in connection with an overdose death. Garrett Gerardo and Gil Dwayne Garrett are both charged with illegally distributing fentanyl, resulting in a death. According to an indictment, the men gave a Woodford County woman the drug, and she later died after using it. The indictment also says Gerardo, Garrett, and 2 others conspired to distribute several types of drugs in Woodford County. And in Knott County, police are investigating a school burglary. 4 people broke into Jones Fork Elementary overnight. Police say they kicked in the principal's door, damaged furniture, and broke into a soda machine. The principal found the damage this morning.
First you feel angry, and then at times you feel sympathy for people that would be willing to work that hard to get so little.
The principal says he will continue to follow rules to keep the school safe and make sure it's locked up at night.
Last night's rain brought a change of temperatures to the bluegrass, and the cooler air is going to stick around at least for a few days. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a look at what we can expect.
Yeah, that cool down will actually grow a little colder in time as we go into Friday and Saturday. Today, yes, the chilly air is on the move, but the winds continue to howl out there. Not as strong as what we had this morning when some gusts were 40 to 46 miles per hour. Right now, temperatures dropping into the mid-50s, and we're going to drop quickly as the sun sets now. Some of that dry air works in from the north. Low 60s, though, showing up into parts of southeastern Kentucky. Front number 1 off to our southeast. That is right on top of the Appalachian Mountains. Gusty winds around that big area of low pressure where it is producing rain and snow into parts of the Great Lakes. The next front, though, that's number 2. That'll dive in here late tonight into tomorrow, ushering in that even colder change. Now, if you're out and about this evening, obviously you're going to need the jackets. Gusty winds will continue to slacken just a little bit. Still a nice little breeze that will make the 40s feel just a little cooler for those who are out this evening. Colder air continues to blow in next week with a very active look to it. We're tracking heavy rain and thunderstorms in that 7-day forecast when I come back here in about 10 minutes from now.
Thanks, Chris. Yesterday's wind caused some minor damage in eastern Kentucky. Workers at an animal shelter in Martin County say the wind destroyed 3 of their kennels. Shelter leaders say this comes at a difficult time because they're already dealing with overcrowding issues.
Our kennels, the wind has blown them all over, damaged them, warped them, whatever. We have several dogs right now that do not have a place to live, even here at the shelter.
Volunteers are asking for donations to build sturdier kennels to help get them through the winter.
A Louisville man is hoping to recover a piece of his childhood. William Flight says hundreds of his childhood photos were kept in a storage locker in Richmond, but last month the items in the locker were sold at auction, leaving him with nothing. New at 5:30, WKYT's Victor Puente is talking to Flight about his search for those items.
I remember my kindergarten graduation paper, just baby pictures we'll never have.
This baby picture is the only photo William Flights has of his childhood. He says pictures documenting the first 18 years of his life were kept in this storage unit in Richmond until last month.
And by the time we called them, they said it had sold actually October 1st.
He says his mother, who lives in Madison County, had rented the unit but fell behind on the rent and never told him or his sisters.
Too much pride to want to even ask for help, and then we discovered that.
He called the storage company but didn't get anywhere.
She said it was against the law for that kind of information to be handed out.
The people here at Storall tell me due to company policy, they can't give out the contact information of the person who bought the contents of that storage unit. They say they can't even contact that person to see if they still have those photos. So he's hoping the person who bought the contents will contact him.
I would just hope, that there's people out there that wants to try and find the rightful owners of pictures, and maybe they still have them.
And all he wants are the photo books from that unit.
I'm willing to pay, up to so much or up to the month of the storage price for the pictures.
In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Boy, we hope someone sees this story and reaches out. The employees at the storage company say they give renters who owe money 75 days to make payments before they hold an auction. If you have a parking ticket, the city of Lexington now has a way that you can pay it off and help with a good cause at the same time. The Food for Fines drive will run from November 16th to December 18th. Customers who bring in cans for food will get $15 off any parking citation issued by Lex Park or the Lexington Police Department. Anyone with multiple citations can bring in 10 cans of food per citation to get the discount. All of the donations will go to God's Pantry Food Bank.
The patrol car of the Richmond police officer shot during an investigation has become a memorial. Our good question, how long will Officer Daniel Ellis's patrol car remain in front of the Richmond Police Department? Since his death last Friday, people have stopped at the patrol car daily to pray, leave messages and balloons and notes as a tribute to Officer Ellis. It's covered from front to back, including a black drape over the hood of his car and the siren on top. Yesterday, Officer Ellis was laid to rest in Adair County. Today, Richmond police told us that the patrol car will stay there through at least the end of this week, and then they'll reevaluate what to do with the memorial. If you have a good question, go to WKYT.com.
A Lexington carpet store receives a special award. Coming up, why the store is being honored by the New York City Fire Department.
I'm Bill Bryant. Governor-elect Matt Bevin names his chief of staff, and more than $90,000 being spent in Kentucky to see how much impact drones are having. The bottom line is ahead.
I'm Kristen Kennedy in Danville, talking to a mother about a police officer confronting her 2 boys. At 6 o'clock, we'll explain what led up to the video and the confrontation.